after Nick Cannon made his comments, which got a lot of people mad in the Jewish community. A lot of them were offended by his comments. He apologized, and I wanted to get a rabbi on so he can speak about, why, his community were offended, and, just to dive into more, things about his community in terms of stereotypes and, some type of misconceptions, and when you saw the interview, you had your own commentary on it. You made an hour-long YouTube commentary video, and you spoke about certain things and how you felt about the video, what you agreed, what you disagreed, and whatnot. If people want to check it out, they can go on your page and go on your YouTube and watch it. If people want to watch, scroll down on our page at GoldGateWay, and then you can also watch the interview that I did with the rabbi. And just like, I gave the rabbi the platform to speak, I wanted to do the same for you. And I didn't really have any rebuttals for the rabbi. I just let him speak, based on the questions that I asked him. I sent him those questions, and I sent you questions as well. Before we begin, just introduce yourself and, what you represent in the Nation of Islam.
Yes, sir. First, my brother, I want to thank you for providing me the opportunity to come on to state our side of this ongoing issue between the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, the Nation of Islam, and members of the Jewish community. My name is Brother Willie Muhammad. I'm a New Orleans native. I am the student minister of Muhammad Mosque number 46 here in the city of New Orleans. And you can visit us at www.noineworleans.com, and you can find out about the work that we're striving to do here in the city of New Orleans.
First question I want to ask you is, how does the Nation of Islam serve the black community?
Well, there's a multiple ways that the Nation of Islam serves the black community. One of the ways that's at the more basic level is that we provide members of our community a knowledge, which we describe as a knowledge of self, because we feel that, as in the Bible, it talks about how my people, God speaking, he says, my people died from a lack of knowledge. And we believe that knowledge that our people are suffering from, black people in America, is that we don't know who we are. And as a result of us not knowing who we are, we don't act in our best self-interest. So we work to inform our people, to give them knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that will help them better their condition, that can help them better their lives. And in addition to that, we strive to teach our people how to properly maintain the bodies that we have, how to eat right. The foods that we should eat should not be anti-life, but they should be pro-life and giver of life. We work to help to strengthen and rebuild a black family. There's an African proverb that says the ruining of a nation begins in the homes of its families. So when you look within the black community, you find where our families were disrupted. So as members of the Nation of Islam, we work to teach our people, teach the brothers how to be better men, how to be better fathers, how to be better husbands, how to be better sons, to teach the women how to be better wives, how to be better mothers, how to be better sisters. Because we believe, as in the Nation of Islam, that self-improvement is the basis of community development.
Okay, now what about the the symbols? Because you guys have a lot of symbols.
Apologize.
That's
so you
cool.
see most of the brothers, and you see the brothers, we oftentimes you see us in a suit, right? I don't have my suit on today. And we come in a suit because we're in the business, as what we say, resurrection. We're in the business. We have a business suit on because we're in the business of reforming the black man and woman here in America first. So you see us wearing a suit. You see the brothers will wear a bow tie. And when you normally see a bow tie, the bow tie normally symbolizes service. So we are an organization, a group of people that's built on service, that's built on serving a community that has been neglected, serving a community that has been miseducated and misinformed about themselves. So that's what, when you see us in the suits, you see our sisters, they wear the Islamic, they're in a garment. But you don't find Muslim sisters in the Nation of Islam where they dressed like you see in some of the Islamic countries where you can't even see the sisters' eyes. That's not like that. But you see the sisters there, the sisters and the brothers in the Nation of Islam are encouraged and expected to dress in a modest way. So you see our flag, it has the star and the crescent, and it's made in red. The red symbolizes freedom. It's based upon that flag is based upon three principles: freedom, justice, and equality. The red represents the sun, because the sun shines on all, regardless of creed, class, color, whether they believe in God or not. The sun still benefits all who lives under it. You see, the crescent represents equality, right? You see, the star represents justice. And these are the founding principles of the Nation of Islam, that we want to create a world that, regardless of your skin color, regardless of your economic background, regardless of your educational level, everybody under this government that we want to create will be able to exercise and benefit from the principles of freedom, justice, and equality.
Gotcha. And what is the biggest misconception of Louis Farrakhan?
I think the biggest misconception and part of the reason why we're doing this talk right now is that the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has been portrayed to be a hater. He's been portrayed to be anti-white, anti-gay, anti-Jewish, anti-Semitic, all of these different things. And that is done for a very strategic reason, because people of color in America and around the world know what it is and know what it feels like to be the target of somebody that hates them. So those who don't want to see the reformation in our community have falsely labeled the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan with the label of being a hater. And that's a strategic method to make those who have been victims of hate say, I know what it feels like to be hated, and I don't want to be associated with a man like that who is a hater. But let me tell you, brother, I've had the opportunity to sit with the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan privately, and this is the man who has a tremendous love for humanity.
Yeah. And, you know, I watched Nick Cannon's conversation with Rabbi Cooper, and one thing that Nick Cannon spoke about was how come the Jewish community and, you know, members of the Nation of Islam haven't been able to publicly sit down and address certain issues when, you know, we both come from hurt and we both trying to help our communities progress, right? And we can work better together than against against one another. So I want to ask you, you know, from your perspective or knowledge or facts or whatnot, how come that hasn't been able to be publicly done, that sit down?
A little known fact, brother, is that the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has called for sit down with them since the early 80s. See, what members of the Jewish community, like the rabbi and the rabbi that was on Nick Cannon's show, what they don't talk about is the minister has been made to appear as if he's attacking them, when in truth he's defending himself. Jesse Jackson was running for the Democratic nominee to run for president of the United States of America. And because Jesse Jackson met with Yasser Arafat, the members of the Jewish community disliked that. And they began to scold and try to railroad Jesse Jackson's campaign. They began to start, wherever Jesse Jackson would go, they would do protesting and say, ruin Jesse, ruin. Now here, black people were hoping that Jesse Jackson could rise to the level to be the first black president. But all because Jesse Jackson did something that members of the Jewish community didn't like, that he set with the Palestinians, they decided, despite them saying that they are friends of the black community, members of their community decided to ruin Jesse Jackson's campaign. And then there was this issue where they said that Jesse Jackson said something off the record. He said Jaime time. But they began to try to ruin Jesse Jackson's campaign. Jesse Jackson had death threats on his life, where the Secret Service would not even provide him protection. So members of the Nation of Islam, under the instruction of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, began to provide Jesse Jackson security. And the minister began to caution the Jewish community, saying that if you are our friends, as you say you are, why would you try to throw off Jesse Jackson's campaign? And as a result of him coming to the aid of Jesse Jackson, two Jewish writers labeled the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan the new black Hitler, which is an insult to a black man, because there were blacks in Germany during the Holocaust that Hitler killed. And to label the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan as the new black Hitler when Hitler did not care about black people was an insult. So since that time, we and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan have been fighting back against their false portrayal of the minister.